Hi, God bless you all. Uh, I'm going to make a video about Canelo. Canelo, I think his team right now is fishing for opponents. Of course, those opponents are beatable by Canelo. I mean, let's say 70% beatable by Canelo. There's always a risk. There's always a small risk on on uh, on choosing a beatable opponent, right? But let's say let's make it like 70% winnable for Canelo Alvarez. What am I trying to say? Why am I trying to say that they're fishing for beatable opponents? Look, they mentioned before this African guy, I forgot his name, and now they're mentioning Biev, and then Smith Jr., and now they're trying to get Charlo, and then it's not official. What is it really? You know, what do I think? Okay, what do I think? If they say they're not gonna fight, I mean, if they say they're gonna try and check out this guy, and then it's not official, that means they're not beatable, or probably they're 50-50 fights. You know what I mean? And what do I think about this African dude? Okay, it's well, he's kind of flat-footed, right? But Canelo is flat-footed as well. And this guy is a big dude, and not so big for his weight division, but in comparison to Canelo, he's huge. So this is not a street fight where there are no gloves. A smaller guy can win in a street fight because of no gloves. You can damage the bigger guy early by cuts or whatever, because he's a bigger guy. You can get in, and he can also like knock you off, but you got a big chances of winning rather than being in an official boxing environment wherein a small guy it's very hard for a small guy to really win in the boxing environment, because the gloves will prolong the fight. And if the bigger guy knows how to like play around with your stamina, I mean, they're gonna just use their weight and then their size advantage to wear you down. Not necessarily they're gonna use their punches. Then at the later rounds, he's gonna beat you. So this is the case, I guess. Like, I mean, Canelo doesn't have any speed to like really dominate these guys. These guys are just gonna wear off Canelo in the later rounds. So I think they're just fishing, and then when they found out that they're not gonna win the fight, then they go to another boxer. So after that, that guy, I forgot his name, man. Makundu, and then here comes Biev. Oh, it's a very dangerous fight for Canelo. I think Biev is gonna win. I think he's gonna win that fight. And then they go to Smith Jr. And many said that Smith Jr. is not gonna win. Well, that's a no-no, I guess. I beg to disagree with that. They found out probably that Smith is gonna beat him. Why? Okay, they found out that probably Joe Smith has the character of having the grit. So they don't want it. They want weak ones. Huge, big, weak. That's that's the most winnable fight for Canelo. Huge and big and skilled, but uh, like like easily gives up. Uh, that's a good marketing, marketing stuff for them. Getting that fight, letting people hope that the bigger guy can win, but they can't. He can't win because of the grit factor, like the perseverance factor. Okay, okay. Probably they seen that one in Joe Smith. Probably most people didn't see that, but I see that, and also because of his, this guy, Joe Smith, I guess, Junior. He was a carpenter. He was a construction worker. Until now, he's still a construction worker, and he is a boxer at the same time. So I'm a construction worker, and I know that in in a construction work, the physical toughness is always there, and sometimes you run out of physical toughness working, but you still have to finish the job, and it's just that the mind is working for your body, but the body is no longer there, but still you're working because the mind tells your body to work. That's the same thing with these people that had construction experience going into sports. They have this grit. They have this endurance, different kind of endurance. Manny Pacquiao was also a construction worker, and and who's that guy who beat Tyson? I forgot his name. That huge guy that made an upset, like a 50. He was a 50-1 underdog against Tyson. I forgot his name actually. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I'm getting old now. So that guy worked in a carpet company just to have that endurance himself. So these guys who worked like hard labor jobs and transition into sports or especially boxing, they're pretty special. And why is it that not so? Why is it that not all of them goes to these sports stuff? From hard labor, but because not all of them have that special gift. You know, only a few have the special gift of being an athlete themselves. So it's not all of them. You can't say that all construction workers are gonna go into boxing, but a few of them who's that special talent that can shift to boxing and can do good in boxing is very very hard to beat. And Joe Smith got that one. They're not gonna beat Joe Smith. I mean, he's huge and he's that good, right? And now they're targeting Jamal Charlo, and they say it's not yet official, but they're fishing. They're fishing. I know they're fishing, and if they know that Jamal would lose the fight, like let's say 70-30 in favor of Canelo, they're gonna take the fight, and I think they're gonna take the fight. I think Jamal will lose this fight. He doesn't have that old school mentality. If you don't have that old school mentality, you can't beat Canelo. Canelo, I say he's got an old school mentality. Am I a Canelo fan? No, I'm not. because I'm a fan of a person who does not do who possess not only an old school mentality, who possesses skill, but who also possesses a talent. Talent, I mean, inborn thing. I don't see. I know Canelo is skilled and he's hardworking, but he's not comparable to the greats like the Durans, the Haglers. These guys, they not only have the skills, they not only have the mentality. They were born with this one. They have the talent. I don't think. How do I see if that guy has real talent in boxing? Look, Canelo is flat-footed, so that's just a simple. That's just a simple analysis that he's not talented, and he strived hard to achieve the goal, and which is good for him. But if a guy is flat-footed, I don't think he's born to be a real great boxer, right? And how about those other guys who are great but are flat-footed as well? There are, yeah, but it so happens, like for example, Rigo. Okay, Rigo. He chose to be flat-footed, but he's not flat-footed. That's the big difference. That's a big difference. Like Floyd Mayweather. I'm not a Floyd Mayweather fan. Okay, he's talented in his feet, but no talent in his hands. It's always breaking. Okay, I want something that's like total package. Okay, so Floyd Mayweather. He's not flat-footed, but later in his career he chose to be flat-footed, and he goes in spurts, just like Rigo. So they're born with it. But with the Canelo, he's not born with good feet. So I'm not a fan of Canelo. I'm not a fan of Canelo, and I'm not a fan of these generations as well. Like if that British guy, I forgot his name, the lefty guy who got his eye socket busted by Canelo, he could have beaten Canelo if he's got that smarts. He's not that smart either. So these generations of fighters, they all lack something. It's not the same as before, wherein it's always a complete package. Right now, the boxers that has these complete package is Casimero, the Filipino. I'm a Filipino. I like Boots Ennis and Tyson Fury. They all got these skills, complete package. They're skillful, they're tough, they're strong, they're talented, they're smart, they're brave. Okay, guys, so this is it. Thank you very much for watching. Canelo, keep on fishing.